Both of our guests today have learned how to manage large clients while running their own companies in the construction field. Gene Hale is president of G&C Equipment Corporation, and Tim Coffey's company is called TEC Management Consultants. Welcome to Making It, both of you.
Thank you.
Gene, let's start off with you. About 18 years ago, you founded G&C Equipment Corporation. Tell us about how you got your first contract with a large client.
Well, at that time, I was looking at projects that were big in nature that I could really put some time into, and the biggest thing around at the time was the Century Freeway. And so I came out of the finance industry, and I had financed a lot of construction equipment for a lot of the contractors. So what I did, I went and solicited some of those contractors that were bidding on some of those jobs, and I hit the jackpot. So
that's a good move. The Century Freeway is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Tim, your business focuses primarily on construction management.
Correct.
You recently took a huge leap forward by becoming one of the prime contractors working on the Disney Resort project.
Correct.
When I say huge, we're talking, it says here, $1.4 billion. What steps did you take to get such a big project? I think we're looking at some construction right now.
Okay, I think the most important thing, I think, with the Disney contract was establishing relationships with them six and a half years prior to the project even starting.
Really? Okay.
So that long ago, I mean, we started developing relationships, getting our information to the appropriate people at Disney about our company, what our services was, and really with Disney, which is a very bottom line company, we basically had to show them how to save money on the project.
So you're advising people to court large clients and sort of develop that rapport before you actually get into a huge
that's
deal.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay, Gene, all we hear about these days, second-tier relationships, sort of the trend these days. What does that mean to you as a subcontractor who wants to continue to do business with big clients?
I think that's a good area to be in as a sub-tier contractor. First of all, it eliminates you having to go out and get all these excessive bonding capacity things. And when you bid as a prime contractor, there are many requirements that you have. But I think by being a subcontractor, it offers you a lot of flexibility. You're not really tied to a particular contractor because in my line of business, I can go across the board and work all the subcontractors underneath that prime contractor. And I think what has to happen as we go forward here, many businesses have to really take a lot of the emphasis off trying to really deal with the prime and get into the second tier, because realistically, the second tiers are the ones that perform all the work, and that's where all the money is. And so that's where we really need to be. I know that we want to be prime contractors, and that's commendable, but at this point, I think that the subcontractor level is where the money is.
Oh, good advice. Tim, now that you're in a position to work with subcontractors, what are the qualities that you're looking for in the companies that become a part of your team, that work with you?
I think with the subcontractors, I think we just reversed the role that we were in, a few years ago. As far as experience, what have they done, their track record, also their financial capabilities and things like that. The bottom line to good subcontractors is basically their background and their track record. That's the number one thing.
Oh, references too, right?
And references, absolutely.
What's been your most successful marketing technique so far?
I think the most successful marketing technique for TEC has primarily been face-to-face contact. And now that the internet is up and running, we have a web page, which has brought us a lot of opportunity in business. And believe it or not, being on the Making It show, we've got a lot of publicity from the Making It show. So thank you, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, Gene, last question. Over the years, you've been very involved in serving on the board of a number of minority business associations and so forth. Can you tell us about some of the business benefits of active networking?
Sure. What that does for me, it allows me to interact with a broad base of people, being in a position to influence contracts. And what I try to do is bring those people back to the organization to interact with our members so the members can then sell their product to these people. It's very important that networking become part of anybody's marketing strategy.
Thank you very much, both gentlemen, for joining us today. Tim Coffey from TEC Management Consultants and Gene Hale from G&C Equipment Corporation. Thank you again. All right, after this brief break, we'll tell you how to reach Gene Hale and Tim Coffey and the Disney Company. We'll be right back.